Today, I'm going to talk about social isolation and how narcissists are able to manipulate the people in social settings to exclude the target. Narcissists will say things to you like, no one likes you at a specific social event. And they do this so that you'll stop going because they want to isolate you. They want to separate you from the people that they spend time with because they live double lives. And when a target shows up, that is when the narcissist is caught lying because the stories that they tell their acquaintances in social settings are very different than the stories they tell the target in private. And the last thing the narcissist wants the target to do is to exchange stories with other people, because that is exactly when the narcissist gets exposed for being a liar face. So targets are put in a really tough situation because by the time the narcissist is discouraging the target from going to specific social events, by the time that's happened, it means that the narcissist has already been actively engaging in a smear campaign against the target, which means that the narcissist at that point has a pretty good feeling that they have convinced the other people that the target is in the wrong, that the target is whatever, not a good person, or whatever the story is. So at that point, that's when the narcissist feels comfortable going full force to convince the target that they are not wanted or not liked, etc., with a certain group of people. So at this point, the target, it's a double bind, because if the target does go back to the social event, then they're often treated differently, which will cause the target to feel very uncomfortable. And then the target actually starts to think, oh, well, what the narcissist is saying is true. These people don't like me, and they don't want me around. But what you have to remember is that these other people, their perception of the target has been altered. It has been corrupted. It has been polluted with lies from the narcissist. As hard as it is to accept or to gain any comfort from knowing this, I hope that it is comforting to you to know that if you are feeling rejected by a certain social group, it's not because of you. It's not because of anything that you did or said. It's based on a lie that the narcissist has been perpetuating for weeks or months, sometimes years. Let's just get real. How is one target who's been in the dark for however long, let's say it's been a year-long smear campaign going on against the target. I mean, it's really hard for a target to show up in a social setting and convince everyone that the narcissist is lying, because then the target just looks like the crazy person. And the other thing to take into consideration is that a lot of these people in social settings, acquaintances, most people are not interested in this type of drama. So at this point, it doesn't matter that you are an honest, good person. Your name has been spoiled. Your reputation has been spoiled. And even if you out the narcissist or show these other people evidence that the narcissist has been lying about you, most people will feel uncomfortable being told that they've been duped. Very few people are going to say, oh, wow, thanks for letting me know that I've been a total moron for the past year. Thanks for telling me that I am an idiot for believing the narcissist for so long. Most people don't want to hear that. So that's another problem that targets have when they try to re-enter a social group, when they've been smeared badly for a long period of time. It's almost fruitless. I would say that the only situation that I would encourage a target to do that is if the target is doing it for their own closure, their own healing, which means that the goal is for the target to show up, show the evidence to the enablers, to the bystanders, to the observers, show them the evidence, clear your name, and then walk out. That's really, and know that the purpose is not to convince anyone. It's just for your own satisfaction. That's really the best you can gain from a situation like this. Every once in a while, maybe there's one person in the social group who will validate the target, who will say, you know what, I bought into all of these lies about you, but now I see the truth, and I apologize for treating you badly or contributing to you being isolated from the group. Of course, we all want to hear that from the observers. Good luck with that happening. So it is a double bind. I can't think of another word to use to describe a situation like this. When a narcissist decides that they want to isolate you from a specific social group, they start preparing, they start smearing you weeks, months, sometimes years before you ever find out, before the narcissist even starts playing around with you and trying to convince you that these people don't like you, or that you should not go to this social group, you should not go to these social settings anymore. So by the time the narcissist has walked up to you and said, those people don't like you, don't go there anymore, they're not your friends. By the time that's happened, it's a done deal. It's a done deal. The narcissist doesn't start manipulating the target until they feel confident that they have scammed and conned the other people in the social group. This happened to me this year. I used to go to trivia once or twice a week. And at one point, the narcissist started dropping hints that this person doesn't like you, or this person was gossiping about you, or they would say, oh, when you went up to the bathroom, that person was asking about this and that about you. Dropping these hints. And what the narcissist was doing is they were priming me. They were getting me ready for the big enchilada, which eventually came, which was when the narcissist just straight up said, no one at trivia likes you. And then the narcissist said, no one in the trivia group wants you there. Well, at that point, because I am educated on narcissistic manipulation, at that point, it was a done deal. I knew the minute that they felt confident enough to say that straight up to me, I already knew that they have been actively smearing me, lying about me, prepping all the other people in the trivia group. So I knew that if I went back to trivia and I asked people straight up, hey, is it true that you told this person that you don't like me and that you don't want me coming to trivia? You don't want me around? Is that true? Well, you can see, one of two things can happen. One is, let's say the person really did say that, let's just say, well, they're not going to be nice to you. It means that then it's the truth. They don't like you, right? So that's a lose-lose. Or two, let's say they've been scammed and conned and lied to by the narcissist. And when they realize in that moment that they never said that about you, and that means that their other friend is a liar face, well, it puts them in a very uncomfortable situation. Most people don't want to be in the middle of this type of ridiculous grade school narcissistic drama. And so what happens is that they just usually want to back away. And at that point, they probably don't want to have anything to do with you or the narcissist. So you can see how it's a double bind. It's a lose-lose. At this point in a social setting, it's over. The narcissist has absolutely, they blow it up. They destroy that for the target. And that is the secret. That is how narcissists isolate the target from social groups. As always, stay strong and get toxic people out of your life. Bye.